Hello and welcome back to Event Advice by CrowdComms. I'm Will, the product director, joined as always by Matt, the managing director. This week we're going to be talking about event registration, and we're going to keep it quite light. We're going to stay on the basics just for now, and then later on in the series we're going to go in depth into some of those subjects. So to start with, Matt, let's talk about what is event registration.
Okay, so it's going to be difficult to keep it really basic because registration, from my experience, always tends to be much more complex than people realise. But the basic principles of registration are providing a tool that gives an organiser, an admin of an event, a meeting, a conference, the ability to tell a potential audience about the occasion, give them an agenda of what they might expect, people they might see there, a reason why there is value for them to attend that particular event. And then the final piece is the form or the ability to leave their data and tell them that they will be attending. That is the most basic premise of event registration.
What should someone be looking for when they choose an event registration platform?
They should be looking for multiple things, but they need to consider, the security of the technology company that they're working with. They need to consider the customization of the piece of technology. They need to look at the complexity of the form, how they can build those forms. So how many different pathways can they create? Does it meet their requirements from that? The different pathways particularly is going to be a consideration. And then that links to the personalization as well. So how can we make sure that even when there are multiple pathways or multiple different complexities of that website, that the end user has that simplest of user experience?
Okay, and not just to talk about our tool, but the tools out there do allow you to have simple registration as well as quite complex registration, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, event by event is very different, isn't it? 100-person conference where they know the 100 people and they literally just want to know, are you attending? In that's an RSVP, or I'm attending and I'm vegetarian and I don't need hotel. That's going to be very basic, and so that can be a really quick setup. But when you're looking at 100 projects, you're going to have 10 or 15 that are very different from that, where you've got 10 different ticket types. You have early bird tickets. You've got multiple different pathways. So I'm Matt Allen, I log in and I get to see a completely different form. It might be a multi-day event with loads of sessions that I've got to choose from. So from our perspective, we have to provide a platform that enables that from very basic all the way up to very complex within that CMS for our admins.
And keep it nice and simple to set up. You want familiarity when you're in the CMS, for example, setting things up.
That's our responsibility, isn't it? Make complex things as simple as we can do for both the admins and for the end user. So we want a piece of technology that you land on, you're in the CMS, you're looking at how you build it and it makes sense, and you can build it in a really flexible way for that particular audience.
So let's talk about marketing for a minute. So you've obviously got your microsite and your form. What about email marketing? If you want to send out invitations, or if you want to send out bespoke emails, chasers, reminders, things like that.
Yeah, so the emails links closely to data and closely to marketing, doesn't it? We want to inform people of what's taking place, and we want to do it again in a really customized way. So it's personalized forms to different people. What's relevant to me? I'm getting notifications and emails that are pertinent to me as an end user. And an admin having that control to choose who those people are, I think, is absolutely imperative. From a marketing perspective, it's linking through to that continuity of user experience, same brand across all technology. You're not just using the same brand from website to event app to the ticket that you purchase when you arrive, but the whole event design as well, which is, good events are ones where they join everything up and everything just makes sense, and there's that continuity.
And, on that note, custom domains, being able to send emails from your own domain, that sort of thing, they're important features as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're fundamentals. Someone wants, they want their event to feel like it's their event. We've talked previously about, them not knowing it's a CrowdComms platform, and that's very evident with registration. Yeah. It's not a CrowdComms registration platform. It's coming from you. Your users, your potential audience land on it and it makes sense. It's a Nike platform. It's a Google platform. That's as critical here as it is with the event platform itself.
How important do you think it is for that, for all that to live in one place? So your registration site, your email communications, your event app, how important is it to keep it all contained?
It's important for a number of reasons. I think it's not the sexy one, but security, data, integrity of data endpoints. If it's all in one place, you're not onboarding multiple providers. You're not having to look at the data ramifications of it being in multiple different technology suites, and that enables you to follow the same kind of security choices that you make across a platform. That's obviously really important. But then you've got the UX, the experience. Now, there's loads of good technology out there, so you could have two brilliant pieces of technology, but they are always going to be brilliantly different. And the benefit of having a solution where your registration, your ticketing, your badge printing, your event app are all in one place is that continuity of user experience. Looking at the event, do you want to attend, the comms that you get, registering, completing your form, the comms you get after doing that, the invite to the event platform, accessing the event platform, using it, engaging with content, leaving the event afterwards, getting those notifications and those alerts and updates. Continuity of that user experience is really important. It improves the user experience. It improves the event for that audience.
Yeah, and it should be important to everyone, but when you're talking about user experience, we should probably talk about accessibility as well. That's a consideration when you're choosing a registration platform.
Accessibility seems to be the bit that people don't seem to take as seriously as I think they should. And I think because of the nature of the clients that we work with, it's always been a priority to us. I think that comes down to not just accessibility as an admin, so the people that are building these platforms, but just as importantly, perhaps even more importantly, the end user. So we can make choices as a user about how we want to be presented information. So we can, make sure that we're mindful of neurodiversity. We're looking at ways that we can display information that makes it more user friendly. And that's accessibility, and that's a fabulous feature. I think it's fairly unique to us, but that personalization that we talked about earlier simplifies that as well.
Yeah.
If I log into a registration site and I see the form that's pertinent to me, but I'm not troubled by the other noise, that is also an accessibility feature.
Yeah. So being able to actually tailor your form to present different things to different people at different times.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I think, to be honest, as this is a basics video on registration, we'll leave it there. We are going to investigate these areas in a bit more detail in subsequent videos. But for now, we'll see you again next time.